Bethesda is working on a new paid bundle for this autumn, and SperaSoft has been working on 76. Meanwhile, the old glitches are getting players banned. It's news time. Hello everyone, welcome to another round of Fallout 76 news, filled with juicy stuff you might want to know. Starting with fresh news, Bethesda just released the Q3 community calendar as well as Season 9 details. There's also a new paid bundle on the way for the Pitt DLC and an upcoming event, the Xbox Games Showcase. Meanwhile, there was a new public test patch and the Pitt Rewards received some huge updates. We will get there in a little bit. There's word on new achievements too. On the other hand, it seems like a few old glitches are still active and getting players banned. In this video, I will also cover a new Steam issue regarding 76 and how to fix it. Oh, and let's not forget about treasure hunters. They're back for the weekend. Well then, I hope you're ready. Let's dive in. Well, I was about to voice today's news when the Inside the Vault got published, so here we are with some very fresh news, as you can imagine. Bethesda has just revealed a new community calendar for Q3 2022, with basically no surprises as you can see. It's more of the same old events, with no new rewards at all for the special events like Treasure Hunters or the Mothman Equinox. I mine a lot and I keep track on mining stuff, and so far I haven't seen any new rewards for these events, so I'm afraid they will be the same as per usual. But at least now we know Bethesda is planning to release the Pitt DLC in September, early fall, so that's definitely something and great news. In today's Inside the Vault, Bethesda also released a few more details on Season 9, as well as artwork and some new upcoming rewards. However, I have already made a full preview featuring 40 reward showcases, so feel free to watch it if you would like to know about everything coming. Literally all the rare rewards are there. There's some interesting stuff coming, that's for sure. Most are dark, skull and bone items too, right on theme with Red Island. Lastly, Bethesda just released radio audio chapters with the story behind Season 9. You can listen to the full radio plays in the link below the video, check it out. And here's a short preview though, just to give you a small idea how is it.
Chapter 1 of Heart of Steel, A Dread Island Tale. We join now the famous Flying Franklin family as they continue along their globe-trotting adventure through the skies. All is not well above the ocean waves, however, as lightning strikes during a violent storm that has suddenly come upon the area. With little time to spare, the Franklins, joined by Hart, their trusted robotic flight engineer and bodyguard, are forced to make a grave decision.
Expeditions the Pit is a huge DLC scheduled for September, and according to the public test game files, Bethesda is planning to release a paid bundle together with the DLC. Now it seems like the Pit bundle will follow the same logic as previous faction bundles, like the Wastelanders Raiders and Settlers, as well as the Brotherhood of Steel, which highly suggests this upcoming bundle will present a similar format. So far there are only 2 rewards in the game files, as shown here, but I don't think the bundle will release with just that. It just means Bethesda is still working on it, and things are not quite finished yet. Anyway, let's focus on what we know so far. The Pit bundle will include the Fanatics Power Armor paint, here it is, which is dedicated to one of the factions in the Pit, the Raiders group known as Fanatics. As soon as I saw this paint, I instantly thought of the robot from Lost in Space, Will Robinson Danger. I know it's not exactly the same, but maybe there's some sort of inspiration over here, or maybe I'm losing it. Could also be the case. Kidding, I don't think I'm losing it yet. The Fanatics Power Armor paint is a complete one. It also includes the jetpack, and the paint can be applied to all types of power armor with no exceptions. At least that's what the file says. The second reward coming with the Pit bundle is an utility or resources item for camps and workshops. It's called Fusion Core Recharger, and it will literally do what the name says. It will allow players to enter drained fusion cores, and after a while they can pick the cores back, this time fully charged. So basically fusion core farming will become a thing of the past with this new item. Sounds particularly useful for power armor users, I would say. Now, what about prices? Well, judging on how the Pitt bundle will follow a similar format, I would say it will cost at least $20 to $30, which is the price range Bethesda went for with the previous faction bundles. It's also what the 76 data mining community is assuming for the moment. With so many new items on the way, all we have to do is wait for Bethesda to select the missing rewards and finalize their new bundle. The next point is about something exciting, but maybe not really. Let me explain first. A few days ago, several gaming media covered the fact that SperaSoft announced development support for Fallout 76. But according to SperaSoft's official website, they have been working with Bethesda for the past 2 years, providing mostly 3D art, apparel, and character assets. So what's exactly the news here if they have been aiding Bethesda for a couple of years now? Well, from what I could gather, SperaSoft published a new article on May 31, 2022, a few days ago actually, where they provided a few more details about their outsourcing work regarding 76. In here, SperaSoft mentioned that the arts team continues to support 76 through the last season updates, which highly suggests they have been creating season rewards. You know, the new exclusive items we get with every scoreboard. In my view, the relationship between Bethesda, 76 and SperaSoft is not exactly new, but it has only been made public recently, so that's the news factor right there. Now, if you follow my news tightly, then you probably remember that 76 is also getting aid from another company, Double 11, which is also creating 3D and visual assets for 76. There are even lists of entries in the game files with the D11 keyword, which stands for Double 11. So how come 76 is getting outsourced content not from one, but from 2 companies at the same time, while we barely get updates these days? Well, first of all, it seems like some of you beat me to it, but it's a curious matter. I cannot deny that. In my view, these revelations are like a double-edged sword. It can be positive in a way. It means we are getting some new content from these companies. In this case, mostly visual stuff, aka Atomic Shop and Seasons. It's their specialty. But on the other hand, it shows that Bethesda is not so invested into 76 anymore, thus outsourcing a huge part of 76 content and possibly positioning their own devs into priority projects like new games under development like Starfield or the next Elder Scrolls. It could also mean they are lone staff or even planning a lot more new content for 76 in 2023. Therefore, they need more people, and outsourcing is probably the easiest and cheapest way to do it. Either way, I think only time will tell what does all this outsourcing really mean. Let's keep moving. The Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase is approaching. It's happening on June 12th, a Sunday, and it's a reason to be really excited about if you are a Fallout or just a Bethesda fan in general. After all, this gaming event is a platform where huge revelations happen every year. I'm leaving the official link below the video in case you want to learn more or favorite the links to watch it later. They will broadcast on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and even TikTok. Anyway, for 2022, you should expect some more details and possibly gameplay footage on Starfield, which got recently pushed to 2023. It's also realistic to hear something new regarding the Elder Scrolls V or even Fallout 5, but these two are still very far from release, so don't expect anything major. Maybe Bethesda will surprise their fans by announcing some new titles or even confirming some juicy rumors which have been circulating lately. As for 76, I'm not so sure they will come with any panels, maybe for expeditions, but that's already live on the public test, so I would bet on the Nuka World on Tour instead, which is coming this winter, supposedly. They could very well show parts of the new event, the new boss, the Nuka Tour itself to hype players, which, by the way, I already did in this data mining video, so if you are curious, you have a solution right in front of you. Go ahead and check it out. Anyhow, I'm not so sure they will bring 76 into this huge event, but you never know. While researching for this video, I came across some strange posts about possible new duplication glitches being live or even players reporting bans. So I decided to look further into the matter, and it seems like there are at least 2 old glitches which are still active and getting players banned if they abused the glitches, of course. The first one is really old and it's about fences auto-duplicating themselves. Most reports I saw were about the rusted chain link one, but it's possible that the bug/glitch could happen with other fence types too. I don't know. Anyway, this bug basically dupes the fences whenever you respawn your camp, and it basically gives you free items which you can then scrap for free junk, in this case lead. Obviously, this glitch can be abused to farm lead, which could then result in a ban if the system flags you. I even came across this video of JGamer where the player and creator explains how the glitch works and then claims they got banned over it. The comments there are also filled with players sharing the same experience, so clearly using these fences even without abusing the glitch is not really safe. So my best advice here is to simply scrap your camp if you are facing self-duping fences, just to be on the safe side and protect your account. The second dangerous glitch I came across is the power armor duping one, involving the respective station in another interactive item like a terminal, a vendor, or just a chair. I covered this one a while ago and it seems to be working still many months later, and just like the previous one, it can get players banned. For example, in this cheating group, players have been sharing glitches and warning each other about bans if they exploit such glitches. I tried my best to cut the explicit parts explaining how everything is done while leaving enough evidence to back up what I'm saying here. Now, I'm fairly sure there's many other active glitches which can get you banned, especially experience and other duping ways, but these two seem to be at the top of the list right now. All in all, if you want to ensure the ban hammer doesn't reach you, stay away from glitches and don't abuse bugs like the fence one when you come across them. That's all I can say, because once the system flags your account for cheating, it's very, very difficult to prove your innocence, so watch out for it. The Pitt public test server received a huge update yesterday, June 1, featuring 14 gigabytes and dozens of patch notes. The link is right below the video if you want a quick access to the changes. Anyway, one of the highlights of this patch was about the Pitt Rewards, which got sort of reworked. It's more like they received a few changes and additions though. Let me summarize it for you. First of all, Bethesda increased the number of legendaries you can get per run from 1 fixed mystery pick to 3. Now you can unlock up to 5 legendaries per run, but the last 2 are not common drops, even when you complete all the objectives. According to lead designer Steve, the chances are rather low for the 4th and 5th legendary. So the standard is 3 legendaries per run, always fixed, and the other 2 are based on luck. Each run will allow players to unlock from 1 to 2 legendary modules and receive either some treasury notes or legendary script. The experience bonus at the end also increased, and the XP gain from enemy kills got restored to 100% instead of 50%, which was the value in place before. Lastly, the grenade rewards were removed and replaced by Steam packs. Here are some practical examples to showcase the new rewards. I think things are looking a little bit more attractive, but is it enough to convince players to farm the pit for months to come? Especially when the exclusive plans are mostly mods and lack value big time. Let's not even mention the astronomical amount of stamps you need to get each one of the plans. And yes, I covered this in another video in case you are not familiar with the matter. I even calculated the stamp amounts and time you would need to farm everything. It's pretty crazy. Anyhow, let me know what you think about the Pitt Rewards and these new changes. Go ahead and leave your comments below. Talking about expeditions, there's something else that came to my attention: achievements. That's right, according to lead designer Steve, the Pitt DLC will introduce 3 new achievements for Steam and consoles. Maybe there will be more, but 3 is definitely a start. However, there's no further info on objectives or goals, but we can only imagine it's going to be straightforward stuff like completing an expedition or finishing the new responders missions. I also believe one of the achievements will use the Pitt icon, which was previously used for an achievement in Fallout 3 The Pitt, with a different vault number, but the icon is pretty much the same. So I'm fairly sure this icon is going to be used once again, if not just in the name of nostalgia, I would say. Alright, we are closing in, but not before I go over this update on legacy weapons. Don't get too excited though. It has been a while since Bethesda gave us an update regarding the latest bug live with update 34, which boosted legacy weapons even further. Bethesda has been radio silent for over a month, but a few days ago I spotted a comment from a Bethesda staff member who confirmed the team is still looking into it and will share more information when it's available. But I'm afraid that's not going to happen anytime soon, and by that I mean in the next 3-4 months at least. Thus, why this point didn't make it into my headlines. It's at the very back for a reason. In the ongoing public test for the Pit, legacies are working the same as in the live servers, at least according to the reports I saw until date. So yeah, I'm not so sure Bethesda is going to solve the given problem anytime soon. Now, if you play 76 on PC, you might want to know that Steam can bug out whenever there's an update. I faced this problem last night when the PTS got a new patch. The play button would never show up, even though the update showed as completed. But the button was stuck between resume and pause, as you can see, and I couldn't play. I tried to restart Steam many times, but sadly it didn't help either. However, verifying the game files does the trick. So if you face a similar issue, that's basically the solution. No need to reinstall the game, no need to despair, just verify everything and you should be good to go. Lastly, do let me inform you that treasure hunters are back for this weekend. Bethesda just enabled 2 community events for the first weekend of June. Besides treasure hunters, we are also getting double mutations and double rewards daily operations, which basically means it's time to farm if you are still missing something. As for the hunters, there are no new rewards since the last edition. I'm leaving the link to the data mine sheet below the video as well in case you want to review everything, all the rewards, and understand if there's something you are still missing. Well, happy farming, I suppose. Alright everyone, news time is over for now, and today's random bug is about this levitating feral ghoul over here. He spawned high in the sky, as they say, with immortal powers and tons of magical skills. Apparently, he did not have a single care in this world. What a lucky guy. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I could keep you up to date with everything Fallout 76. I am Marta Branco. Feel free to leave a like and comment below. Also consider subscribing to help the channel out if you haven't yet. As per usual, a huge shout out to all my dear supporters. And that's really everything, I promise. I will see you all very soon in the next video. Until then, take care, adeus, bye bye!